Are you ready for a roundup of political news that will make you smile, will make you laugh, might make you groan a little bit? It's all going to put you in a good mood. It's been a minute since I've done one of these roundups. I have been so busy with my psychic hat on, channeling incredible insights and information, really going into the full woo, but it's time. It's time. I may have been late to the party on some of these things, but just you wait. You are going to love this. My favorite thing ever happened this week, where on Tuesday, a group erected a statue of Good Buddy Orange and his bestie, J.E., frolicking in bronze. It is exquisite. The plaques on these statues was from the infamous birthday letter. Look at this. Now, tragically, the statue has been removed. Can't imagine why. Mr. No one can say anything bad about me. Everyone has to love me. Got his depends in a twist and had it removed. Oh, but don't worry. This wasn't the only sign of people not liking him this week, because as I shared in a duet at the infamous mega rally pyrotechnic funeral this week, old Dumpy Pants stood up there and rambled senilely. Senilely, is that a word? He rambled incoherently for 45 minutes as people left in droves. They emptied that stadium out. Love to see it. Yeah, and that's not his only bout of incoherent rambling this week. He babbled on and on and on at the UN, at the United fucking Nations, ranting about this and that, complaining, talking himself up, of course putting in a more plugs for his Nobel Peace Prize, like redonkulous. And I don't know how, in his busy schedule, he managed to find time to blame Tylenol for autism, and yet here we are. Tylenol. Oh, and lest we forget the war he waged on Jimmy Kimmel that made the people say, oh, hell no, not today. Not today, bitch. Not today. Disney reinstated him, and that is how it's done. Now, yes, Sinclair is still refusing to air the show on some of its stations, so you know what to do, fam. You know what to do. Make your calls, write your letters, reach out to the sponsors. This is the power to the people. This is how we take small but meaningful action to show that together, collectively, we are the ones who have the power, not the moldy orange in charge. Because see, the thing is, fam, all of this crazy that I've just told you about, this is in the span of a week, less than a week. This is too much crazy even for him. Too much crazy in such a short period of time. People are reeling. Not us, not the ones who've been awake and aware of his clownishness. We know, we've been knowing. But people who are already in the throes of awakening they're reeling from this. They are getting manic whiplash over this. Guys, and remember, this is what Spirit has said would happen all along. That he's going to go out there and he's going to be exactly who he is. But it's going to be so loud, so obnoxious, so unnoticeable that people are finally seeing it for what it is. Yes, his poll numbers continue to tank. Yes, people are continuing to wake up in droves. It's terrible, it's chaotic, it's batshit crazy, but it is divine, but it was foretold, but it is serving divine purposes. It is all happening, and the best part of it is happening by his own hand. No Sleepy Joe, no leftist radicals are doing this. He is doing it. He's doing it to himself. He's just being himself. And people are like, yeah, no, But wait, there's more. It isn't just his foolishness that's waking people up. What's happening in the strip that starts with the letter G is truly horrifying. What's been happening with detainees on this country's soil is horrifying. And lest we forget, the continued public outcry over those files is getting louder. The outcry is getting so loud, in fact, that after he made his disastrous speech at the UN, the president of Colombia made a very powerful, very impassioned speech where he called him out for the great evil that he is, calling him the catalyst for mass human extinction, and yes, calling for a criminal investigation. Now, I can't tell you for sure what's going to happen with that, but I can say, Gia just said that. When we looked at the UN, when we looked at international involvement, could this be it? I don't know. We'll see. And you know what else we're going to see is the continued battle for the release of those files. Because yes, in other fantastic news this week, in a special election in Arizona, a new Democratic member to the House of Representatives, a new Congresswoman has emerged, giving them enough votes to petition the release of the files. Now, of course, it's not a done deal yet because we're gonna see how that red elephant team is gonna fight so hard to keep it redacted, to keep it under wraps. But again, the harder the fight, the more it wakes people up and the more it pisses people off and more the energy swings away from them and toward demands for justice. And I'm kind of feeling like the momentum of the big Disney boycott win is really going to embolden and empower people to realize that we can affect change. We can be mad and not have it fall on deaf ears. This in addition to the unity we're seeing, the calls for unity among people on both sides of the aisle to join together to fight this. When we are hearing tried and true red hats calling out, joining us, with us, saying, no, this isn't okay, guys, we're getting there. It's happening. Now, I know before you even say it, I'm going to warn you. Don't come into my comments saying, but they're not waking up, but they're... Listen, guys, I cannot account for every rando in your Facebook feed. I can't account for every red hat you know in your life. No. The point is not to account for all of them. The point is to talk about the trends and the things we can point to that show it's happening. And there are, if you don't want to take my word for it, there are many creators here on TikTok and on YouTube who are spies, who have accounts, who go to those red places, and they're seeing what's happening. This is in addition to the poll numbers that continue to drop for him. And this is in addition to other pundits and political speakers who are tuned in to the comings and goings of both sides of the aisle. It is happening. And lest we forget, the majority of those very loud and angry red hats online are actually bots. They're not actually real humans. This is part of that long-term psychological plan to demoralize us, to fight us, to rile up anger, and to make us believe that we're in the minority. So I want you to smile and enjoy this happy Thursday or Friday or whatever day it is when you see this video. Good things are happening, fam. Fantastic things are happening, fam. And they're gonna continue to keep happening. So you can cry and scream and cower in fear, or you can look for the good and cheer at all the victories we have along the way. This is how you wrestle that mindset. This is how you navigate your way to the timeline of what you want to live in. Create the world you want to see. It begins by how you choose to look at and frame your reality. This is how we do it. We're going to keep doing it, and it's an awesome time to be alive.